Welcome to Keeping It Real with KC. I am your host, KC Phoenix. Taurus. This is my fourth time recording this. I finally fixed the issue with my phone. I was recording the first time and then it just stopped in the middle. And then I started recording again and then it stopped again. I'm like, okay, let me go in and delete some videos and do this and do that and upload some videos to my laptop. And then the third time, it stopped again. And I'm like, really? So this is the fourth time I'm recording this. But this time, it's not going to stop because I got rid of everything just about in my storage. It was still being hung up in there. So we're good to go now, Taurus. I hope you're having an amazing day. All right. I'm doing the March 2021 energy readings. For those who may not know and those who may be new to this, I don't read reversals, I read energy. So I go wherever the energy goes. Also, when it comes to energy, energy does not have a gender. If I pull a king or a queen or an emperor or an empress, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm talking about a male or a female. It will mean that that individual embodies that energy. It could be a male or a female, but it's just talking about it embodies that energy, that person. So I do a pre-shuffle before I start anything. In the pre-shuffle in my main deck, I got the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. So that's money, of course, abundance. Six of Pentacles is like unexpected windfalls, inheritance, things like that. But being very financially stable where you can give and it doesn't really affect you that much. Two of Wands, which Pentacles is earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then Wands is fire energy, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. And with the Two of Wands, twos mean that there's a decision that has to be made. And usually with a Two of Wands, because Wands they're about passion. There's passion behind a decision. It's being at a fork in a road. And you really, really want to go for something. And you're trying to decide, do I want to go for this or do I want to go for that? In the clarifying deck was the Eight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Eight of Pentacles, earth energy again. Nine of Cups, cups is water energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Eight of Pentacles is work. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. I feel that what you're doing now, you're making good money. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a 9-to-5 job. This can be any type of work that you're doing. You could be an entrepreneur. You could be selling t-shirts right now. And then you're at a point where it's like, well, I don't think I want to sell t-shirts anymore. I want to sell pots and pans now or whatever. Take your pick. Or it could be a 9-to-5 job where you're like, you know what? I've worked in real estate all this time. I don't want to work in real estate anymore. I want to be a mechanical engineer. It is what I want to do. Things of that nature. I may not make as much money in this area, but with the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. I'll be emotionally fulfilled is what will happen. Now, I took 8 cards, and the first card that came out was the World card. The World card is the completion of a cycle. That usually means that you've learned whatever lesson, and they say it deals with karma too, but it means that you've learned whatever lesson you need to learn to move on to the next level. It can also mean travel, meaning that you may have to travel to do this new thing that you're interested in doing. It can also mean that you will be the center of attention, meaning all of the world will know who you are, which is a possibility. So keep that in mind with the World card. The Knight of Swords, the fastest knight in the deck. This energy right here comes in, I always say fast and furious, similar to the Knight of Wands. But the Knight of Swords, they're very logical. And I'll go ahead and read this to you. Decisive, focused, driven, defensive. Events that move with great speed. Choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional. Sudden or unexpected changes. Review your options carefully. So as you're deciding what you want to do and how you want to do it, be sure to go over it carefully. The good news is that the third card that came out was the Sun. The Sun card is about things going in your favor. I call it the Wheel of Fortune on steroids. And great events happen. Good, it's really good fortune is what it is. The sun is shining on you. It's rejuvenation. And also it's healing too. If there's any type of health stuff, then this is a good card to have come out because it talks about healing. In addition to that, I always have to say this. The Sun card represents children. So if you find out that you are pregnant or that you got somebody pregnant, don't be surprised because that is one of the things that comes with the territory of this card. Or if you hear in your inner circle, because it relates to family too, in your inner circle of friends and family, that someone is pregnant or someone got somebody pregnant, don't be surprised with the Sun card. That was followed by the High Priestess. The High Priestess in the past, when I have done readings for Taurus, has been about secrets. And that's what the High Priestess can represent. In this reading, I'm not picking up that energy. The High Priestess is, the energy I'm picking up is intuition. I feel that your intuition is really, really good right now. That you know what you need to do and how it needs to be done in order to prepare to make your exit towards your goal of starting this new path that you want to go on. Again, the Two of Wands came up in the pre-shuffle and it's the fork in the road. You want to go down a path. Now, I know that you're laying everything out and you've been setting things in place because the Three of Wands is here. This is waiting for your ships to come in. This is waiting for things to fall into place based off of the actions that you've already put in, where you've had the idea in your head and you've decided to start laying some of the groundwork, whether it's sending resumes to certain places to see what their response would be, whether it is checking the cost of living in certain cities because you feel doing this new line of work, it would be more advantageous for you to be in a different city to do this line of work or a different country to do this line of work. You've been laying the groundwork slowly but surely, and now you're waiting for your ships to come in. The Six of Swords follows this, showing that you're leaving. You're making the decision to start leaving head over heart because Swords energy is air. Air deals with communication, thoughts, words, things of that nature. And you're making the decision to move away from something that you may feel doesn't serve you anymore. You're starting that process of moving away with the Six of Swords. The next card that comes out is the Emperor. For the Emperor is the one I call the King of all kings. I feel this is the energy you take on as you're leaving things behind. I feel that there's still a little bit of, I don't want to say residue, because that, I don't like that word. There's still a few ties. Like there's a few things that you need to tie up in regards to whether it was your old job or your old company or your old whatever work you were doing. Once you made the decision to go ahead and leave, and you decided to like, okay, yeah, things are ready. I'm gone. I'm moving on. I still feel there are certain attachments left that you have to remove yourself from. And you have to go into this Emperor energy to do all of that. You have to plan. You have to strategize. You have to be very clear. You have to be concise. You have to show empathy. You have to do everything necessary to make sure that as you leave the past behind, there aren't any loose ends. And the Emperor is the one for that. The Emperor is like the architect, is what he is. The Emperor is the King of all kings. He's the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the King of Water. It's all of that rolled into one. And you're utilizing all of those elements and everything to make sure that the ties from your previous work doesn't spill over into your new work, and that the ties in your previous work are left on good terms. So you step into this Emperor energy, and I'm going to read this. Emperor, logic and organization will increase your success. Take charge of the situation. Accept a leadership role. Structure and discipline. That's what he's about, structure and discipline. And you will need a lot of structure and discipline to fully cut the ties of the past work that you did. Again, it can be a 9 to 5, or you could be an entrepreneur and you're just wrapping up stuff with the old business, making sure everything's good. All of the stuff with the taxes are good. You know, all the stuff with Dun and Bradstreet, for those who own businesses, you know what I'm talking about, the DNB number. All the stuff with Dun and Bradstreet is good, reported, closed out. Everything is good. And then once you've taken on this Emperor energy to make sure everything is good, as you've already started moving towards what your heart desires, you will fully walk away. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is walking away, is what it is. You made the decision. Now that you have everything wrapped up, you went into Emperor mode. You made sure everything was done correctly. You made sure everything, all the I's were dotted, all the T's were crossed. Now you see how he's walking out that door with his dog. That's you. Now that everything's done, the house is cleaned, the old house is cleaned, whether it's at your old job, you gave your 2 weeks notice, you thanked everyone for your working with them for all the years, because you might have been on the job for, since this is an 8 years or 8 months or whatever, or your old company, you had employees that might have worked for you. You made sure they were good. Maybe you gave them some employee recommendations to start to go somewhere else and work, or maybe you're taking them some of your old employees with you into this new work that you're doing. Who knows? But this is you walking out the door. You've done everything that you needed to do to sever the ties of the old and complete this cycle. You've done everything you needed to do to complete the cycle and start a new cycle. And you're walking out the door and beginning something fresh and new. And you've removed everything that doesn't serve you on this new journey. So Taurus, after my 4th recording, that is what I have for you in regards to your energy for March. So you're looking to do something that is more emotionally fulfilling versus financially fulfilling. It seems like you have the finances right now, and finances are great. Taurians are very good with money. Actually, out of the zodiac, the 2 signs that are the best, it's about neck and neck, are Taurians and Virgos. Taurians and Virgos are very good with money. Virgos are good in the sense of they can manage money well. Taurians are good in the sense of they can manage money pretty well, but also they're kind of like a good luck charm, if that makes sense. Money comes to Taurians easier than it does to the Virgos. So money comes to you easily, believe it or not. And I know some Taurians watching this might be like, wait a second, what money? Money's come to Taurians easily, trust me on that. So yeah, but the money isn't enough for you right now, not for what you want to do. You want to do something different. You have a wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups, that you want to go off on, a journey you want to go off on. And after you have wrapped everything up, you're going to go off, you're going to walk out that door, and you're going to go off on that journey. It's what's going to happen. So Taurus, 4th time's the charm. 4 is an amazing number. That is all I have for you. kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is also on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Pandora, and many other podcasting platforms. And if this resonated with you, don't forget to hit the like button, because that will help the algorithm. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That way you know when I upload new videos. And don't forget to share because sharing is caring. Until next time, Taurus, be blessed.